Suppy guys, Cold SRK here, and today I'm joined by my wonderful girlfriend Libby. Psych, she's sleeping. What a weenie. Yeah, she's knocked out. Never mind. So yeah, today we're gonna be telling another holiday story because I know you guys like them so much. So far we've talked about how my dad cut his finger off and like a goofball. Then we talked about how my dad gets mistaken for not being my dad. So why don't we talk about something that's fairly recent? You know, fairly recent as in a couple days ago. So if you didn't know, I actually celebrated Christmas with my family yesterday, so last night, because my mom has to work in the AM on Christmas Day, which is kind of trash if you think about it. And then, with that being said, Libby was here, and so was my sister's best friend and stuff like that. So we just got it done in one night. It was pretty anxiety filled because my sister's friend's child is ridiculously crazy. So me and Libby were out and about Christmas shopping, you know, trying to find a hand mixer for my mother, who she actually broke hers because she's a savage. No, I'm just joking. She went to make cookies and it obviously broke, so gotta give my mom a hand mixer. I want some damn cookies, you know what I'm saying, man? I didn't get all this weight for eating nothing, you know. So Libby and I went to this mall that's about an hour away, and it's a pretty big mall. It's where a lot of rich people live, so there's a lot of stores. Like, if you're rich, you gotta have a big mall. I mean, I guess that's the ideology. We went to this mall and we went to the Sears in this mall. Sears is a store. If you don't live in America, I don't know if they have them in the UK or wherever, but it's basically just a giant store full of like anything you could like want, like for your home, and like clothes and stuff like that. It's just like a bigger store that has a little bit of everything except like groceries and stuff like that. So we're rolling through to the checkout line, and there is this cashier. And this cashier was not like any other, let me tell you. Now, if you've ever been into a retail store, most cashiers are brain dead and don't want to talk to you. This lady, on the other hand, would not be quiet. And me and Libby are trying to get out of the store so we can go to Krispy Kreme and get donuts. This lady is still talking to us. She's telling us her life story. I know you're trying to get out of work, and I know work is a drag. Now, don't get me wrong. I hate when I'm in work. I don't try to like tell my whole life story to customers, even though customers do it to me, even though that's all they really got, you know. But this lady just wanted to talk about her entire life and her entire day to us. It was insane. She would not stop talking. Me and Libby were standing there for 10 minutes. There are people behind us, by the way, in the line. There are people behind us, and she's striking up a conversation, and the other cashier that is next to her is looking at her like bitch, stop talking, bitch, we got a line, bitch, stop talking. You try to walk away, but she's got all the shit in her hand, and she's holding on to it for dear life, and she's talking, and it didn't end. It never ended. There was no end point. That has never happened to me. I'm not very social, you know what I'm saying? And then when people try to talk to me, I'm just like, no, please stop. I'm just trying to get my present, go home, wrap it, get some donut. So about 10 minutes later, we walk out the store. Me and Libby are looking at each other like, just looking at each other, and we're giving each other the face like, you know, that face you give your friend or significant other when something weird happens. And I think the worst part about it was the fact that you could still hear the lady talking when we walked away. She found her next victim, the customers behind us. It was over for them. We should have warned them. We had the chance to tell them what was wrong, and we didn't. The lady also had a nice beard and a mustache. It wasn't a super crazy story, you know. It was just something that kind of weird that happened to us. Like, usually when you go out Christmas shopping, nobody talks to you. They don't even want to be at work. They want to be at home chilling with their family. And then there's this person who just wants to tell us their whole life story. And she had more facial hair than me. I'm really sad about that one.